has to be kept under seal for that in the phone. But the state has selected 20 videos. I think we're down to, 25 videos. We're down to 24 to showing who is using the phone and operation on the phone.
I don't know the relevancy of that, and it's repetitious to the 525 photos that we went through in about 3 hours the other day, coming from purportedly his phone. I don't know why we have to go through all of this again. And there's also a short video of a little baby on there also. I don't know what the relevancy of any of this is. And if it is relevant, if she can't get it through the 525 pictures that we have to sift through, where she manually counted each one, I don't know what we're doing, Judge, quite honestly. So I would object on relevancy. Cumulative. These are fancy words for me.
Yes, Your Honor, the state has to prove that the defendant was the one using the 772-713-9807 phone number. This is a short selection that is representative of the number of videos that are on there that show the defendant being the person using the phone. Defense has argued that it is not his phone in any way, shape, or form. So this is showing that there is no one else on there, and that even the photos and videos that show other people, for example, have the defendant using the cell phone to FaceTime and videotape a FaceTime of another individual. And they're constantly showing the phone in the defendant's hand, sometimes reflected in some sunglasses or eyeglasses on screen.
I know counsel objected to on relevance grounds. I already breached that, and we crossed that bridge a while ago. I overruled that objection. But now there's another objection to cumulative. Haven't we seen these videos and pictures?
We have not. These are different ones from different time frames, showing that the defendant had exclusive control of this phone for all times relevant to this case.
There's one where there's a child on it, and I think it violates the children's, what is it?
Online Privacy Protection Act, which says children under the age of 13 cannot be filmed or published without the parents' consent. One of those videos is a video of
A little kid. Child.
What's that video about?
It shows the defendant's voice in the video. It then has him filming a FaceTime of another individual. Your Honor, the state didn't create these videos, the defendant did, so if anything, he's the one who would be in violation of that particular act.
I disagree with that.
I don't know what the act says, but what does this statute say?
I'm not familiar with the third time that it's been brought to my attention.
Code imposes certain requirements on operators of websites or online services directed to children under 13. Long and short of it is basically you cannot record or publish children under the age of 13 without their parents' permission.
What's the statute number?
It would be 16 CFR Part 312. Children's Online Privacy Protection Act.
16 CFR 12.
Part 312.
312. So how many of these videos do you have?
There are 24 now, Your Honor, out of 1,000.
All right, and you want to show this one that with the child as well?
Yes, Your Honor, shows the defendant holding the phone and videoing.
You can show some of these other videos first. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor. Do you want to see the one in question?
No, I want to see what this statute says. 16 CFR 312.
Your Honor, there's an additional individual. First of all, I just wanted to crystallize our position that if they're putting in 530 photos to establish that it's his phone, adding another 20-something videos doesn't move the ball any. It's cumulative and should be excluded. And we object on those grounds. There's also video number 1, 2, 3, 4. And in that video, Mr. Demons uses a pejorative term that I don't want, that I think will be inflammatory, and on 403 grounds we would object. It refers to Caucasians as crackers, and I don't want any of the jurors who might be of that race to form a negative impression and be prejudiced in their assessment for the sake of proving that Mr. Demons owns a phone that they've already seen 530 photos from.
Judge, with regards to that last video that counsel is taking issue with, this is the absolute last video or audio file that is on this phone before the defendant turns himself in, and he does use that term. However, I think in the totality of the circumstances, it is more probative than prejudicial.
We stipulate that he used the phone on that day.
My name is Melly, and I'm going to turn myself in, but I'm in a suitcase because these crackers are harassing me, and I have to get on a private jet, and I don't want them to see me.
So in terms of, it shows the defendant just prior to his arrest and booking, and showing that he was turning himself in, which has already been testimony about, that was brought in from the defense with regards to Deputy Naycock, who did the booking prints on this case.
We'll stipulate that he used the phone on that day to avoid the potential prejudice of him offending jurors on the racial pejorative.
Play it again.
Sure.
Hello, so everybody. This is real footage. My name is Melly, and I'm going to turn myself in, but I'm in a suitcase because these crackers are harassing me, and I have to get on a private jet, and I don't want them to see me.
And so,
Anything else?
just to be clear, there has been numerous other inflammatory, racially motivated terminology and language that has been used, and there's been no objection on that ground.
We all done? Anything else?
Nothing else?
All right, so regarding the one with the presumably under 13-year-old child on the video, just hold that until I can see what the CFR say. Most of the jury regarding the last video where the pejorative term is used, crackers, just go ahead and delete it, all right?
So with Karen's permission, I can take out just that term?
Yep.
Okay.
That's what was
I'll need a couple minutes to do that.
I hope that's enough.
Mr. Cardy, Your Honor.
You're not ready?
We're using that.
We're in recess. Okay, ready to go?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let's get back on the record as State of Florida versus Demons. President is the defendant, his counsel, the assistant state attorneys, juries in the jury room. Regarding the objection was posted about the child on the CFR, that objection noted. I've looked at the CFR question. I don't think it's applicable. The objection notes over here. All right, and he took out the word, the term cracker.
I did, Your Honor, and I played it for Mr. Howard twice, so he can verify that it is silent during that portion.
Thank you. Let's bring jury in.